It's a pleasure to talk to you together for the film, because I wanted to start with music and how much it was part of filming it and, you know, singing on set and exchanging information about the songs that you both liked.
Yes. Well, Lily and I bonded on set. We didn't do a chemistry read.
Yeah.
We were both cast, and we never met. And then we met on set or in rehearsal, and immediately we bonded over music. And the nice thing about having the music playing on set and during the scenes, whatever the audience heard, we heard during our scenes. And the nice thing about that was sometimes, you know, both of us admit that we always have songs in our heads. But because we were listening to music, we both had the same song in our head, and we were both in the same part. So we're both in the same wavelength, and you really can vibe together and come together when you're listening to music.
I think that's probably what connected us, was that we were both had the same music in our heads, and that's so romantic that you're both engaged on that same level.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm sure there's a lot of Lily songs, not many Ansel songs. Did you think about it?
I don't think there are any Ansel songs.
There's loads of Lily ones. Not that I can think of any now, but there are loads. Are there any Ansels? No.
No.
You should write one.
I should.
Exactly.
It does be a little conceited.
Ansel, I'm yours.
Ansel, what a beautiful name. Ansel. If I wrote that, I might be like,
So this is what it feels like, was the atmosphere on set, right? You know, quite joyful. It's quite a high-spirited film.
Yeah, but you're walking in here after we've done like 1,000 interviews. So imagine if we were just
8
like
a.m. this
on
morning.
to have fun. You know what I mean? Like we're even more lively than this.
Absolutely. Well, great.
Yeah.
I wish I was there. And I really enjoyed it because there's something truly unique to the vibe of this film. Did you step on set and feel it, or did it feel like it from even reading the script?
It felt like it from reading the script, because we got this iPad where you could click on an icon and you played the song as you read the script, which is I'd never had before, so immediately you understood the film. And then on set it was the same. It was Jamie Foxx would come with this like boombox and like play music in between sets and stuff, and
it was a great atmosphere. It really was, and it was full of music and full of love. And Jamie obviously is a Grammy Award-winning actor, singer.
Yeah, yes, and an Oscar-winning actor.
And an
so
Oscar.
Everything, yeah.
Which was so great, and he was also, and Flea from the Chili Peppers was on set. And they were very supportive, and I was always working on music off of set, and I'd come at the end of the day, at the beginning of the day, and say, "This is what I worked on last night." And Jamie always said, "Let me hear that fire, man." And I'd always play it for him, and he was always very supportive. So.
Yeah, I'm sure. And he's a great guy. He's got his own Jamie energy himself,
Yes. Yeah,
which is great. How much driving skills to acquire are we talking about? Did you need to?
Oh, I acquired a lot of skills because I did a lot of training, and I learned how to do, in theory, everything that Baby does in the movie, in theory. So I can do all the drifting stuff, because even if I wasn't driving and I was just twisting the wheel, I wanted it to look legitimate, you know what I mean? I didn't want it to just be like, because that would look stupid. We did everything practical. We didn't use green screens. The stunt team did an incredible job of that, and I think for that reason that the heist scenes and the car scenes work so well, because they're real and not fake.
Yeah, absolutely. It feels like, I mean, it's very engaging to the audience, so hopefully it feels like it. Tell us a bit about Deborah, and how did you want her to appear, basically? What was your own input on her?
Well, I felt like she was written well, and Edgar really was very clear about, you know, their romance, and I just think it needed to feel very pure, very honest, and that this sort of girl, I think it was important that you feel like that she's got nothing really to live for in her life. You know, she's just working in that diner, chatting to truck drivers and being bullied by the chef, and she just wants to escape, and then this opportunity comes along and it's too good to miss, really. And so I wanted you to feel her kind of emptiness at the start despite her optimism.
She has a romantic emptiness.
Yeah. Very romantic.
And him, how did you want audiences to view B-A-B-Y?
I wanted him...
B-A-B-Y,
baby. I wanted him to be a mystery. I wanted the audience to slowly unravel Baby and get to know him and see him grow up, become a man. I wanted that to be a process, and I didn't want to show everything at once. The nice thing about this character is that he's very layered, and I didn't have to show all his cards in the very beginning of the movie. I only had to show a little part of him, and then you see him with his foster father speaking in sign language, and then you see him with Deborah in the diner, and then you see him back again with the crime crew, and you don't really get who he is, and then by the end you start to really know him. And you know, it's the writing by Edgar that made it very, very easy and simple. It never felt like, oh, how am I going to do this? I was just like, oh, whatever Edgar says, I'll listen.
Me too.
What is the first impression when you meet Kevin Spacey? What impression does he give you?
Like, oh my God, it's Kevin Spacey. And then, oh wow, this guy actually, he seems serious, but he's actually a fun-loving, warm, gentle man who wants to, he wants to mentor everyone, and
he's very generous. He's
very generous.
Kind of, and especially in, to act with him is amazing because he's just so, just there. Yeah. Those actors that are just remarkable in that respect. There's not many.
Yeah, on all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's got, you know, quite his own personality.
Yeah,
he is
charming.
Kevin Spacey. There's no other ways to describe it, I guess. And John Hamm, any fans of Mad Men?
I love Mad Men, and I was watching it a lot actually while we were shooting it, and so I was like, wow.
I need to watch that.
It's good.
I know, I should watch that.
But John is amazing in this film. It's so, like, it's really
so different,
frightening. Yeah, he's like total psychopath, but it creeps up on you, which is, I think, you kind of, Edgar, I think, again, there's like twists and turns in the film. You kind of, the guys that you think are going to be the good guys are the bad guys, and the bad guys are the good guys, and, you know, he kind of, he turns things on their head a bit. Yeah.
John Hamm is a very nice guy also. I mean, everyone from Spacey to Jamie to Hamm and
To him.
I mean, those guys are huge stars, and they couldn't be warmer. And I feel like I've made real friends from the last guys I would expect to make friends with because they're such big stars. But no, man, like filming it was such a pleasure with those guys.
Well, you guys are not small stars yourself, so I guess you can befriend them. And finally, favorite song of that whole experience, something that stayed as an earworm in your ears.
I love our date song. That's kind of sexy.
You should really learn the name of that.
What is it? I know. I've got it on my phone.
I love the Carla Thomas, Baby.
B-A-B-Y, baby.
Yeah.
This one, let me find it. It's so good. Oh no, we probably don't have time.
Thank you so much. Great talking to both of you.
Great
Thank
talking to you.
you.